Welcome back. We got a little bit of an impromptu video today. A video I was not originally planning on making, but I kind of have to because there's a lot going on here. As you know, the UFC has been talking about bringing out a new ranking system using AI. Yes, AI is taking our jobs. It's taking Dana White's job now. It's doing the UFC rankings, which is good because UFC rankings usually are absolutely terrible. They never make any sense. They're never correct. They don't put the right things into account. So now they got Meta AI, which is supposed to fix it. It's supposed to take into account how active you fight, who you beat, how you beat them. So if you're getting decisions over everyone, you should not. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't weigh as heavy as if you get a finish over somebody. If that makes sense. If you're fighting and beating better guys, you get what I'm saying. It's supposed to be logical and it's supposed to make sense. So we're here to look at those a little bit. So I got these ones pulled up here. If I want to, I can flip because now, oof. Here's the the media ones, the ones that are always. No, I'm incorrect. The black is the media ones. The white one is the new meta rankings. So the white ones is what we're here to look at more. But if we can switch back and forth and look at the media ones as well. So let's get in this. We'll look at flyweight a little bit first. So this is the meta rankings. They still got everything mostly the same. Obviously, Pantoja at the top, Manel Kape, Tattoo Attire, Royval, Kavanaugh, Horiguchi. That all looks good. Amir Albazi did not drop as much as I thought. I thought he was going to drop a lot more. Very inactive. I think he lost his last two fights, right? Because he lost to Horiguchi, and I can't remember who he fought before that because he's so inactive. But I'm pretty sure he had fought someone else, so I'm surprised he didn't drop more. Kevin Borjas and Mitch Raposo are now in the rankings. They both just won, if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday on the Kape and Horiguchi card, which I will be making a video recapping that as well. Just don't you worry. But so they just won, and they're already in the rankings according to Meta AI. Sumadarji's on there. I don't believe he is ranked usually. No. And the media has, or the original ones that they always have, where's he at? Steve Ursay at number 10. AI has Ursay at number 13, so they have him dropped like 3 spots. That's very interesting there. Very interesting there, and then back to Amir Albazi. Like I said, he's number 8 here, and they have him at number 7. So yeah, he only dropped 1 spot. That's crazy. But you see guys like Tim Elliott, Tjero Bekov, Edgar Chairez down there, but the meta does not have any of those guys here. Because at the bottom, we got Alex Perez down here. Charles Johnson still there. Like I said, they got Sumadarji, Raposo, and Borjas on here now. So quite a lot of difference there at flyweight. So I'm expecting a lot of big differences then the deeper we move into that. So yeah, let's look at bantamweight here. Merab 1, Umar 2, O'Malley 3, Sandhagen 4, Batista 5, Song Yadong, Martinez. That all looks good. Ronnie Barcelos is number 8. According to Meta AI, Barcelos is the number 8 bantamweight in the world. All right, let's the original ones here. Number 8 is David Martinez. Ayman Zahabi's at 6 here. Barcelos at 14. So Barcelos is 14 in the media rankings, and then number 8 in the meta rankings, which is crazy. Amin Zahabi at 12. In the meta rankings. They dropped him a ton. Farhad Basharat at number 10, who I don't believe is ranked at all. Wow. Okay, so Basharat gets in the rankings with the meta rankings, which I believe is what they're switching to. So there's going to be a lot of fighters very upset when they lose their rankings because of the meta AI stuff. That's going to be crazy. What else we got different? Marcus McGee, number 8. Or number 9, excuse me. He's number 9, and then, of course, not ranked at all in the media ranking. So big jump there for Marcus McGee. He's beaten good guys. He's fought good guys too. So that does make sense to put him up in there. They got Bryce Mitchell, brother. Bryce Mitchell. Number 14 down there. I don't think he's ranked at all right now. Figgy dropped all the way to 11, which probably isn't too far of a drop for him. They had him at 9. No Peyton Talbot. Oh, Marcus McGee was 15. I'm sorry. No Peyton Talbot. No Cheeto Vera. Obviously, no Vinicius Oliveira. He's going up to featherweight. And no Raul Rosas Jr., I believe. Correct? Yeah. No Raul Rosas Jr., no Peyton Talbot, no Marlon Chito Vera. Wow. All right. So they've switched up a lot. The media, or the AI, the metaverse media here. The meta has changed up bantamweight a lot. Guys like Peyton Talbot losing his ranking, Chito Vera losing his ranking, Raul Rosas Jr., Chiwiwis losing his ranking, and giving guys like Bryce Mitchell a ranking, Farid Basharat a ranking, Charles Jourdain. I just saw that one too at 13. So a lot of switch up there at bantamweight as well. Very, very interesting. Featherweight. I believe it's going to look mostly the same. So let's start back over here. Movzar, Diego, Lerone, Aljamain, Yair. I know Yair better not even be ranked. Let's look at that right now. Arnold Allen, Gene Silva, Sabatini at 7, Yusuf Zalal, Nathaniel Wood, number 9. Top 10 fighter, Nathaniel Wood. Let's go. Jonathan Brito at number 14. And Jose Delgado at 15. I like that. I do like that. But, Yair Rodriguez not in the rankings as he should be. That dude is so inactive. We all knew he was going to be the biggest. He was going to be the biggest victim of these rankings was going to be Yair Rodriguez. So good to see that they booted him completely out of these rankings. Let's look at, media here. Arnold Allen, 7. They had him at 5, and the other one, Yusuf Zalal, Vallejos Garcia. Ortega gone. Josh Emmett gone, and I believe David Onama was gone as well. Yes, because then Pico's still there, Garcia. So a little bit of switches, a little bit of changes up down there, but Delgado gets a ranking, Burrito gets a ranking, Nathaniel Wood, number 9, gets a ranking. That's crazy. Pat Sabatini all the way up to 7. That's going to upset a lot of people going to be upset about that. Featherweight, though, I mean, that shows they are doing the right thing up here. With the top 4, top 5, top 6 even. Is pretty much correct, especially even in the media ones as well. That top 4 is, Movzar, Diego, Murphy, Sterling. That's right. Finally, they got Yair out of there, and it should be Arnold Allen or Gene Silva, or it should probably be John Silva because he just beat Arnold Allen. So I would have Silva at 5 and Allen at 6, but whatever. So no, that doesn't look too bad. I like those for featherweight. Looks pretty good. They got rid of the guys that need to get rid of. Onama didn't need to be ranked. Emmett didn't need to be ranked anymore. Yair definitely didn't need to be ranked anymore. So they cleaned up a lot there. I like to see that. Lightweight. Let's see what they originally looked like at lightweight here. I think most of these are roughly going to stay the same. I'm assuming there's going to be drops from Benil. Dan Hooker will probably drop a little bit. Patty will probably drop a little bit. But I don't think lightweight's going to change too bad. But we'll look and see. Ilya, Armin, Charles, Max, BSD. The gamer, bro. Crafty Gamrot crafts his way up to number 6. Moicano at 7 is crazy, but he has fought a lot of good guys. Salkild in the 8, bro. Top 8 for Quillen Salkild. That's insane. Very insane. He beat Benel Dariush. Let's relax there. He's ranked higher than Patty Pimblett. Patty drops all the way to 9. Dan Hooker down to 11. And thanks to Meta, Grant Dawson is finally ranked again. And Rafa Garcia at 15. So I do like those a lot. I don't want to say better because I think Salkild's a little high. 8 is crazy for Quillen Salkild. Moicano at 7 is crazy. Mauricio Rufy only at 10 is wild. Yeah, I don't like that either. He should be higher. I would have Mauricio Rufy like number 7, number 6, above Mateus Gamrot and Moicano probably. Patty, I don't mind because he hasn't really beaten anybody good. Tom Nolan getting some respect. Manuel Torres. Fiziev, not ranked at all, right? I didn't miss him. No, he's not ranked at all. And he's what? In the actual ranking, or not the actual, but you know what I'm saying. They have him at 11 to being not ranked at all. Obviously, Benel Dariush did take a step out, which I figured he would. And Mauricio Rufy, yeah, they have him at 7, which I usually like that, and Gamrot at 8. See, I kind of like these ones better. I think I like the media ones a little bit better here. I mean, there's some stuff I would change, like Benel Dariush doesn't need to be ranked. I think taking Fiziev out of the rankings kind of wild, but not too bad. Yeah, Hooker and Moicano, that's fine right there. Mateus Gamrot, not bad right there. Mauricio Rufy, that's fine. Patty's a little high, but I think this might be the first one where I like the media rankings a little bit better than the meta AI on lightweight. I think those look a little bit better. Let's see how they do when we go to welterweight, because this one stacked ranking. So of course, here's what they originally looked like. They got Ian Gary, Carlos Prates, Morales. They still got Della Maddalena at 4. I'm sure he's going to drop a lot. Let's look and see. No, he's still at 4. Okay. But they do have Carlos Prates at 1. Ian Gary at 2. Morales 3. Brady Bonfim. They got Buckley over Usman. Makes 0 sense because Usman beat Buckley. And yeah, see, that's more correct over here. They got Amasov in the media is 11. Meta's got Armasov at 15. Okay. Venom Page at 12. Mike Malott at 11. Some of these I don't like. I would have liked to say, I feel like JDM should have dropped a little bit more. I would have put Sean Brady maybe above him. Put Brady at 4. Della Maddalena at 5. Maybe I should do my own rankings. I should make a video of me creating my own UFC rankings. That could be fun. There's a video idea right there. Leon Edwards at 8. Where does the media have Leon Edwards? Also at 8. I don't really like that, but okay. Mike Malott at 12. No, not too many differences here. D-Rod is 13, actually. I was about to say not in the rankings. So not too many big changes at welterweight. I thought there'd be a lot more at welterweight, just with how stacked of a division welterweight is. But not too many changes there at welterweight. You guys feel free to pause anytime you want to kind of read the rankings. I know I'm clicking back and forth a lot, but yeah, the rankings not too different there at welterweight. Middleweight, Sean Strickland, you guys at the top, of course. Let's start with the media. Hamzat 1, Jerkis 2, Nasruddin 3, Allen 4, Barajo 5. They say, they got Pfeiffer at 5 and Barajo at 6. Izzy still at 8 in the meta. Media has Izzy at 9, RDR at 8. This one's got RDR all the way at 15. Oh my goodness. Okay. They dropped RDR to 15. They moved Leroy Duncan up to 11. Nickel to 12. Paulo Costa still ranked for some reason 13. And Ikram Aliskerov at 14. Okay, hold on. What all they changed then? Robert Whitaker gone, right? Wow. Robert Whitaker in the media rank or the meta rankings gone. They do not have Robert Whitaker ranked at all. They got RoboCop up to number 9. Hernandez still at 7. Wow. Okay. Roman Dolidze. I don't mind him being gone. Jared Cannonier, but. So, Rainer de Ritter, they have him dropped from 8 all the way to 15, and they kicked Whitaker out of the top 10, out of the top 15. He's not even ranked. That's insane. So, they totally got rid of the Reaper, disrespecting Robert Whitaker. That's whatever. They moved Joe Pfeiffer up like 2 spots, and then a little bit of shuffles down there at the rest of it, but that's a big drop. That's a big drop for Whitaker to go down, a big drop for de Ritter to drop all the way to 15. Meta loves Bo Nickel, of course. Of course, dude. And then Aliskerov. I like the little Aliskerov love there, giving him some respect, giving him 14. I do not mind that at all. That's not too bad. Let's look at light heavyweight. I'm curious to see how they do this, because obviously light heavyweight is dead right now. Everybody's coming off of a loss, so this is what the original rankings were right here. So obviously Magomed 1, Pereira 2, Yuri 3, Blachowicz. They had Costa at 7, Azamat at 8, Johnny Walker 13. Okay. Then we switch it. Alex Pereira at 1. I like that better. That makes more sense. Magomed at 2, Yuri 3. I don't mind that. Paulo Costa all the way up to 4. You know what? Yeah. Let's run it, because he beat Mirzakhanov, who's undefeated. Jamal Hill in the top 5 over Khalil Roundtree. Didn't Roundtree just beat Jamal Hill, so I would totally swap those around. Reyes at 7. Asma all the way to 9 is crazy. His only loss is Paulo Costa, but Navajo Sterling up to 12. I do like that. Guskov at 10. Where was Guskov here? He's still at 10. Okay. Krylov 12, because there was somebody else I just saw that was different. Oh, Dustin Jacoby, yeah. He's not obviously not ranked at all. Yeah, usually not ranked at all. They got him ranked here in the meta rankings now. So according to that, Jacoby gets himself a ranking. Almost a top 10. He's at 11, right on the outside looking in. Metafield stays ranked at 13. That win over Jamie Yang was probably big for him. Jan Blachowicz at 15 in the meta rankings. When in where's he at here? Jan Blachowicz. 4. So the media has Jan Blachowicz at 4. Meta drops him all the way down to number 15. Number 15. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Wow. Okay. Who else fell off? I think Nikita Krylov not ranked anymore, and neither was Rakic, correct? Yeah. No Krylov, no Rakic. So they both drop out of the rankings if they go with the meta stuff. Very, very interesting stuff here. Very interesting. Dominic Reyes, 11-7. Okay. All right. I don't know which ones do I like better. Let me see here. I like Navo Sterling being ranked 12. I think it's a little high, but Walker 14. Jan Blachowicz at 15 I still think is crazy. Like, you're going to have Alonzo Metafield higher than Jan Blachowicz, Johnny Walker higher than Jan Blachowicz. That's a little absurd in my opinion. I do like that Pereira's won here over Magomed. That makes, I mean, come on, he just beat him in the first round. Yeah, they're 1-1, but let's be real. Paulo Costa being 4, I don't mind that. Like I said, I would switch Khalil and Jamal Hill because Khalil beat Hill, but not too bad at light heavyweight either. The Jan Blachowicz drop is crazy. I think that might be the biggest drop I've seen. From 4 all the way to 15. That is wild. Jan Blachowicz getting done dirty by meta. AI does not rock with Polish power, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let's look at heavyweight. Let's look at heavyweight. Obviously, Aspinall, Cyril gone. Volkov, Sergey, Hokit, Casa. That's the first 5. Gone. Pereira, they got Pereira in these ones. That makes sense though to put Pereira in there. So they got him above Hokit, just scooting everybody down a little bit. And then we get to see 7 through 10 is Kuniev, Blades, Spivak, and Petrino. Kuniev, Fortune, Dehia, Lewis. I bet Lewis isn't ranked at all, is he? If I look at meta, I bet he's gone. He sure is gone. To make room for Ryan Superman Spann. All right, meta. You're doing a little too much right now. Putting Ryan Spann in the top 15 is a little crazy. A little bit crazy, but I don't hate these. I don't. Besides Ryan Spann at 15. That's crazy. But Mick Parkin back. Mario Pinto, that's cool. Pericic at 12. I'd probably put him a little higher. I don't know, because I got to remember what they're scoring by, but, it is what it is. I don't mind the top 5. Or the top 6, honestly. Kuniev and Blades. I think Blades just beat Kuniev, didn't he, not too long ago, so obviously I'd flip that. Spivak's still there for some reason. I'm sure we lost Mochin Sabora. Not a good enough fighter. He's gone. Not in the rankings. Pericic still there. Walter Walker, Mick Park, and all the guys move up. Derek Lewis obviously all the way gone. Where was Fortune and Dehia at in this one? Not ranked at all. So the meta gets rid of Ante Dehia and Tyrell Fortune in their rankings. Very interesting. That makes room for what? Vitor Petrino. Is that who they gave his spot up to? Yes, they gave it up to Vitor Petrino and somebody else. It's a lot of clicking back and forth, and I gotta scroll for these ones because they're not lined up evenly. But heavyweight, I don't mind it. Not too bad. Not too bad for heavyweight. Again, Ryan Spann is crazy at 15. I still think that is wild. But hey, shout out Superman Spann getting in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Meta's doing too bad. I think they cleaned up a lot of stuff. They got a little carried away with some of their stuff. Jan Blachowicz dropping, Robert Whitaker, Peyton Talbot losing his spot, Ryan Spann getting a ranking. There's some interesting stuff that they did that I wouldn't say I'm a fan of, but do we want to check the women's rankings? I don't, but do they have pound for pound? Do they have pound for... Where's the regular pound for pound? Do they just not do that no more? Do they only do meta pound for? Oh, this is meta. Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, so there's no meta pound for pound. Okay. Okay. But obviously the media pound for pound, they still have the same over here, but there is no meta pound for pound. That's interesting. I was very curious to see how they do the meta pound for pound stuff, because obviously then they gotta count all the divisions in the one thing. So very curious about that. You know what? While we're here, we'll look at the women's rankings. We'll look at the women's rankings. So we'll start with the media. We'll start with the women's strawweight. Obviously, Mackenzie Dern, Zhang Wei Li at the top. Suarez, Janaroba, Jian Jianan, Jillian Roberts. Jillian Robertson is actually getting a title shot against Mackenzie Dern. I haven't really talked about it because I really don't care, but it is happening. They got her up one spot at 4. Jian Jianan at 5. Dude, I'd be lying if I said I knew who all these women are. That's so bad. Yeah, you know what? Feel free to pause and look at the women's rankings, bro. I'm not gonna go through all of those. Those are crazy. I'll probably just look at the top 5. Let's look at women's bantamweight, actually, because the women's bantamweight is god-awful. So, Jolana Pena, this is media, 1. Pennington, 2. Jocelyn Edwards, 3. Dumont, and Aline Perez. Aline Perez, 5. Is top great. And top 5 is crazy. And she's top 5 here, Jolana Pena. Jocelyn Edwards at 1. Lawana Santos at 3. She gets a Smotherfest decision win in a Fight Night prelims. Now she's number 3. Shout out Meta, ball. Bia Mosquito at 11. Where's she at in the other real ones? Or the other? I don't know which is real anymore, to be honest. She had her at 13. Misha Tate, 15. What? When's the last time Misha Tate fought? When is the last time Misha Tate had a fight in the UFC? Am I crazy? We're pulling up a new tab. It's time to tapology this thing. Oh my god. Misha. Is that how you spell Misha? Misha Tate. When is the last time you had a fight in the UFC? Oh, okay. I don't have any recollection of that at all. But she did have a fight in May of 2025 against Yana Santos, which she lost. Okay. I totally forgot that ever happened. I was like, bro, Misha Tate? I forgot that she's still fighting, I guess. But yeah, Misha Tate apparently does have a win there. Let me check. Oh, let me check on my girl Rose real quick. Shout out Rose Namajunas. Media has Rose at number 5. Meta, did they do her dirty? 7. Okay, not bad. All right. I did my little bit of checking there, but yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video looking at those, breaking it down a little bit. Meta rankings, new meta rankings versus the original media rankings. Very interesting. A lot of changes, but I think for the most part, I think Meta's doing a good job for the most part. I think they cleaned it up well. They got rid of guys they need to get rid of. Got rid of some guys they didn't need to get rid of, I don't think. Like I said, the interesting seeing like Robert Whitaker drop, Peyton Talbot drop out of the rankings completely. I'm sure that was probably the ones we talked about. But, big drops, kind of crazy, but they added some guys in. They added some guys in that aren't ranked yet, so that's kind of cool to see some guys get their respect. I like seeing Jose Delgado in there. That was pretty cool. Not too bad, though. I think I would agree more with the meta rankings than I do with the media ones. A mixture of both. I think if they could somehow come together and do a mixture of both, I think that would help a lot, because I think they're gonna get too carried away. I think if you go too statistical like media or like Meta's gonna do, I think it's gonna screw things up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, because then you get guys like Ryan Spann in the top 15. But it is what it is. I think if they could mix them a little bit together, that would be the best rankings you could make. But nothing's perfect. But I do like Meta stuff here. I think this is a good idea, and maybe just keep both. I think it's a good idea to keep both for a while, just to kind of see how they're shaping up against each other would be kind of cool. So yeah, I just want to make a quick video being 25 plus minutes. But I just wanted to make a video talking about these, looking at these a little bit, because I've been very excited to see if these come out and see what they would look like. So yeah, there's media versus meta rankings. Let me know what you guys think of those. Which ones do you like better? Do you like the media? Do you like meta? Who's doing a better job? Let me know what we think. And then, of course, I will still have a video coming for the recap and reactions of UFC Fight Night Horiguchi versus Kape. I did great on those predictions. And then I'll have my predictions for Manuel Torres versus Rafael Fiziev. And then I gave myself a little idea of doing my own UFC rankings. So maybe one day when I get a good amount of time, maybe this coming weekend or so, I'll do my own UFC rankings where I would rank these guys. I think that could be very fun. So yeah, be on the lookout for all those videos. While you're here, make sure you go check out my interview with Anthony Fletcher. Very fun Would You Rather game we played on there. So go ahead and check that out while you're here. Like and comment, all that stuff. Subscribe, good stuff like that. Follow my socials. They'll be linked in the description. Showtime.tv04 here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Short form content on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, I will see you guys next video.